Check, check. 1, 2. Check, check. Check. 1, 2. 1, 2. Okay, we're live here on YouTube. And I think we're live on Facebook. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is 10:22 p.m. Always does that. Can you guys hear what I'm hearing? I am here mixing the drums. Here's just the kick. Check, check. 1, 2. What if I send myself down into some reverb? Can you guys hear that when I do that? I'm just drinking some whiskey after the show. What a great concert from Christian and the band. I'm going to bring the reverb back down. But that's the kick drum. Only thing I've done so far is take the kick drum and put this EQ on it. You can hear some really low guttural nonsense. And taking some of that super low out and taking some of the highs out, leaving some of this guy right here. That's good for it. That's the kick drum. And after the whole drum, that's them pan center. I take them and pan overhead left to the left, and then I take the overhead right. Right. It makes it nice. I think the drums sound real good, uncompressed, but we're going to compress the drums. I'm going to send Facebook and YouTube over to the other window down here.
All right. Keeping it going.
Da, da, da,
Trying to play some old charts and some
I wonder if it's actually coming through.
That was a big thing with,
What's up, everybody?
Drink down for a quick second and not get some feedback in the monitor. This new album, Between Love and Fascination, I think I can talk about it just for a second, since this is an album release show. Over the past 3 records, this was my 3rd record.
What a great concert.
You learn an awful lot, in ways that maybe are a little bit more tough than you would.
You're a great orator, Christian.
What the kind of do's and don'ts are, and I'm sure that I will have many more lessons to learn, because I still have plenty of years to live.
Do.
But on this, that wicked way.
So, what do we want from drums? This is the question. What more do we want from drums? Say we
with what you're leading me.
Everything's unmixed, so I liked that. Bum, 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 bum. A little more stereo. Let's add some compression. So we're mixing in Reaper using the standard. Wow, excuse me. Standard Reaper plugins. That window does not expand. Sorry, everyone. Let's go back into that section of the drums. And I'm just going to use overhead. Vintage overhead. What if I use auto makeup gain and just make it louder? See, this is 8 to 1. That's insane. I'm going to go to like 2 to 1. feels more like jazz to me. Is anybody here with me? Anyone out there? Desperation. I'm just kidding. We had a bunch of some of the most amazing musicians in town in the shop tonight, and it was glorious. So this is the drum curve. I'm gonna take just a tad more out of the high end. And so now we have EQ'd drums. Compressed. The thing is that the drums are in every other mic. So let's go to bass. This is the drum bus, and I'm just gonna drag the drum bus to the bass. I'm gonna take the compression off of the bass. So I'm holding the shift. If I hold shift and then drag left or right, it expands the like shift. Drag right, and spread it out. Drag left, and narrows it. Let's give it a little bit of 800. This is a software called Reaper. James is such a good bass player. Yeah, this is amazing. Turn down a notch or two. I like it. I'm gonna go back. I like it. Pressure on. We'll choose the preset of Spanky Bass. Auto make gain. 62s. That's a compress. So we'll bring the compression back down. God damn. Good sound. Playing around with this stuff is so much fun. I just copied the bass EQ and compression to the guitar, but the guitar is definitely a higher thing, so let's slide everything up a little bit here, and I think I want to add a band to give him. I'm going to hold shift, and that allows you to adjust how wide of a sweep this thing is. Let's go down to some guitar. side would be an A below the guitar, I think. So we'll put it at 50. 60. I kind of like that. Let's find the loudest guitar movement. Send them both to the middle. This is the pan icon. This is what you don't want to do when you're streaming, is stream in mono. It doesn't sound that great. What you want to do is go stereo. See how that creates all that space? It's good. And you know what? Let's just drag and drop the guitar EQ and compression onto the piano. We'll give it a little more space. Cheers, you guys. I'm gonna hold the shift key, and that changes how. Size to have a good grab. I think left to right is probably best. You can match the size of this window. So the guitar is occupying this, and this with a little bit of high cut. And what I've done is take the piano and moved that a little bit lower, lower, and lower, so that each of those two harmonic instruments that are comping a lot and taking their own solos and doing all their things. I don't know why I did so much high cut on either of these. It's probably a relic of the drum thing. But each of them has their own harmonic spaces that they've been boosted in, and that gives them their own space to exist in. David is killing it. Hey, Jessica. Cheers. This band was so good tonight.
A plan for Sunday morning, whenever my baby walks through the door.
Good God.
Wait just a minute, now play it cool. I'm thinking I
Christian
might have a
knows
chance and
so much about
romance. Go on, just play
amazing. Just
it
put 'em on
cool
aggressive
instead of the
vocal.
usual game. Just take it nice and slow now.
Lower that.
I'll plan for Sunday morning whenever my baby walks through the door.
And same thing with this. I've got this harmonic.
And how about these guys? David
these different
Mescatique on the piano,
punches
composer
in the harmonic
and
stuff.
arranger. Matthew Maldonado on the saxophone. Fabio Augustinus
Interesting.
killing it on the drums.
Killing it on the drums for sure.
It will be the same deal. Soon I'll hear all the deadlier do tell you, babe up.
There's some bass stuff happening. It's kind of explosives. Plosives? What are they called? And I'll just find these harmonics for him. I can always adjust this later. I'm creating this mix for my ability to make stuff in or line things up in Final Cut. There's some low mid. I'm gonna hold the shift key, and that changes how sharp that number 6 thing is. That feels better. And I'm gonna do that for the number 1 as well. Using the shift key. It's got this whole parabolic thing that happens. But I think it's going to live right around there. That feels so much better to me. The low end is not all. The close microphone, you know, it has this. So I'm going to bring the bass, drums, and guitar and piano down 2 dB. The guitar needs to come down a little bit. I've already put a hefty compressor on that. James, your bass sounds so good. James doesn't have Facebook or YouTube. I'm gonna send him the link to this video. Your bass sounds really good, dude. Wow. I mean, your playing sounds great. Guitar's laying out, you know. I think the wider stereo. And let's make the left hand a little beefier. Definitely. Is there a low cut here? I think I want to take a little bit more like super lows out of the piano. And I'll give him back some right here. That feels good. Looks good to me. I'm gonna give just a touch of that out. The compressor. I'm about to buy a new compressor plug-in, and it's gonna change my life. Let's do 1.5. I don't like anything compressed over 1.5. It's crazy. Maybe even less here. It's just the piano. I haven't done any processing to the sax yet. hear the vocal. So I'm going to drag and drop the effects from the vocal mic, the compressor and EQ that I've already made. I'm just going to drag and drop that to the saxophone. And then I'm going to toggle the effects off and on. A little too squeezed for my taste. Nasally. I mean, the mic on its own sounds great, but we have to compress it a little bit and we have to EQ it a little bit. So I'm going to turn it back on. A little more girth. I'm doing these harmonics instead of the vocals, so that the saxophone lives in its own harmonic spaces. I mean, maybe some of this is There's no offensive sounds there to me. The compressor isn't really hidden.
And since you went away, those days grow long, and soon I'll hear old winter song, but I'll miss you most of all, my darling, when autumn leaves start to fall. When they start to fall, when they start to fall, sa-ba-doo-ba-doo, way, away, away, boo-wow, boo-wow, fa-ba-doo-doo-dee-dee, fa-doo-doo-dee-doo, and autumn leaves start to fall. When they start to fall.
Turn it down a little bit. Just listen. Somebody gave the shop this like $250 bottle of whiskey. One of our neighbors as they were moving out. I've shared it with Andy and 2 other people, and done it about 5 times. I've been really savoring this bottle. Cheers to y'all. Hey, Julie. I'm just turning the volume up on my Mac, the little slider thing. That's on the other screen. Maybe I should just do that from up here. You guys can see see when I do that. It's probably a better experience. Man, what a great concert.
It was actually a reason why I take these 4 cameras. And I might have a chance at romance. Go on, just play it cool instead of the usual game. Just take it nice and slow now. I'll plan for Sunday morning whenever my baby walks through the door.
So we're gonna go back to the vocal mic. I'm hearing some low microphone stuff happening, so I'm just gonna scoop a little bit more of this out. Taking this down. So now comes reverb. God. Nice. So the sax mic. So now I'm gonna add a. Let's see. This is cropped too low. That's probably a tad better. What if I go further away and then back to me? That's probably a little better. And I'm yeah. Maybe something like that. God damn. A lot of drums and everything else. Drums are everywhere. And the bass mic is right next to the drums.
That is Matthew Maldonado on the saxophone.
Ah, Christian. This guy. So now comes reverb. Double click down here. You guys can see that. Put effects, and we're gonna just use the Apple reverb. Of course, these don't scale, but I'm gonna put medium all and take the large size down and the small size down, and then I'm gonna scroll down to routing. Take your time.
There's no donation that.
Where's the take your time?
Saxophone.
Are we back at take your time? And we're gonna go to routing. This window doesn't want to be scaled. Look at that. There's no drag button. So we're gonna put Vox, saxophone, and piano buzz, and guitar, and bass, and and jumps will fill all of this up well. Ooh. There's something real nice about super deep reverb. It's like a nostalgia bomb. Above the reverb. And I'm going to take just a little bit of the low good bass out.
That is Matthew Maldonado on the saxophone.
So let's solo the reverb track. And we need to name it. God, James Suter on the bass, y'all. So this is just 100% wet reverb. And so I just want to get the perfect amount of upright bass in it. Instead of it being super bomby, it just kind of fills the ears a little too much. So just want to get just a little bit of that out, and then I'm going to create a very small shelf right here. And I'm going to make the shelf more narrow, holding the shift key. Let's turn the EQ off and see if it's muddy. It's muddy. And then the EQ's back on, and I'm going to make it just a slightly smaller reverb. Down. You know, I like to think about these things as being subtle and trying to make them subtle. And so that's what I'm doing, making reverb and things subtle.
That is Matthew Maldonado on the saxophone.
Let's go -10 with the reverb for right now. I'm going to solo the reverb a few times. And this is the routing for the reverb, so I'm going to take the bass down just a hair, and I think I'm going to take the vocals down just a hair. Let's put the bass at -3 dB. That's 2.9, close enough, and the Vox will be 1.5 dB. That's decibels, by the way. 1.84 is close enough. What happened? B. I think I pressed B and
Matthew
I'm going to put that back at -9 dB. 9.3 is close enough. I think there's too much bass in the whole mix. So good though. Yes.
listening.
God, this band was so good.
Fitted. They also have a and when you caught my eye, you take a tune, flame, whispered, enigmatic thing, Los Angeles, our blame, and in
Oh, this is the bass solo on Nardis. Good stuff. God, what a great concert.
we just let tree.
Taking the little saxophone out.
I went out at night.
Oh, this track was a banger.
Alone. The young blood flowing beyond the sea seem to have drenched my spirit's wings. I pour my sorrow heavily. But when I lifted up my head from shadows breaking on the snow,
If you hold Command Shift and down or up arrow, it shrinks the whole stack.
in the east burn steadily
Shift down.
as
That makes
long
everything visible. This is the soundtrack. I was still dialing the mics here. What a great set. Check,
the skies with me. Come here and come to see. Melody in perfect symmetry, in love, in light, in love, in tree. You find your music, and then this part of you stop an idiomatic interplay.
So I feel like the vocals, I need to compress them or EQ them a little bit more to keep them sitting in. The saxophone seems a little bit hot, and the guitar could come up. The piano is pretty consistent, and you can even see that in, if I hold shift and the up key, you can kind of see the waveforms grow. But I think it's a close enough mix for what I want to do, which is save and render as V1 audio or video sync. And I'm going to choose 48. And we will see if it peaks. If it does, we'll throw a limiter on the main track. Let's see, I've been going for about 45 minutes. That's all it takes. And you know what? I didn't select just this region. And I'm going to say right click, show master track. And I have a compression mastering plugin. And I'm going to choose Vocal Jazz. They have a plugin right there for you. I find Instagram and Facebook, if you leave the stereo imaging on, they really mangle the stereo field of the audio. To me, audio is more important than video. If the video's at, 360, it's not that big of a deal. But if the audio sucks, then it all falls apart.
And since you went away.
Oh, that's a long tail. So when I press pause, just using spacebar and reverb. That's a long reverb tail. So let's make the large size a little bit smaller. That's more palatable.
Each one of the same as before. She now dig it.
Much better. I don't need to change that. Now it's got a limiter on it, maximizer, and all that. And I'm going to say the selection. If you double click over here or over here, it changes the selection you've made instead of the entire project, which I accidentally left it on entire projects. Selected region or time selection. And that should be just this that's brightly highlighted. 16-bit, 48,000. So, let's go to Final Cut. I think, yes, the last two SD cards are in. And this is just rendering here in the background.
Hi, girl. Is it okay if we just go straight to the first tune and I address it later? Address it about later.
Yes, yeah, that's what we do.
So as this is rendering, I might as well start a new project. Z underscore main wigs. I recorded everything at 25 frames per second. So that's going to go there. Arrange by name. Look at that screenshot. That's hilarious. So all of these. Whoa, I look pudgy. I gotta lose some weight. This is bad. computer's getting so loud. I have a microphone that's more directional. I might use that moving forward. We're just having a little bit of whiskey mixing. I feel like the glare in my eyes is making me look more intoxicated than I am. That's hilarious. This is looking really good.
Sounds like a regular game.
So this is just the audio and video recorded off camera. Let's see what I get rid of this. That doesn't make it better.
And to have by side.
So using Final Cut Pro and Reaper, and I'm doing these tutorials. Are these tutorials whack?
Are a little bit more.
Or not tutorials?
For tuning in, my name is Christian Wiggs. Here is a tune called.
Of course, the drum camera is peaking.
I went down at night. Oh, young blood flowing beyond seem to have drenched my spirits. It has the Venmo.
course, it pauses when you go back. If only it just kept playing. That would be great. So, we're moments away from this track completing. Who's on Bitcoin over here? Tuning in. Yeah, I think it hit like $16,000 today, which means I'm a millionaire. I'm just kidding. I did not know about it soon enough. BTC. We're on the 1 minute chart. Holy cow. 16.5. What? And then it dumped at the end of the night. Volume was high. There's a big whale. There's many big whales. The whole thing's a big Ponzi scheme, but it's also not a Ponzi scheme. Once you really look at it, who knows? And we're done. I'm going to save this and quit, and then go to Finder, and then let's see, this Christian Wiggs audio, date created. This is that track, 1 gigabyte of audio. Amazing. Amazing. I like that word, amazing. We'll drag it into Final Cut. And I'm going to delete the preview of all these on the timeline and drop the audio track in. You guys hear my fucking ankle, my wrist popping? It's bad news. This one's fine. I've been playing piano a little too hard. I haven't been practicing at all. So we're going to go by name. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tracks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. Selecting all of these, create new multicam clip. And I think that's the wide multicam. All of those settings seem right. Welcome to my office. And then we'll go to wide multicam and time after time. Each of these video clips is now lined up with the audio that I just mixed. Amazing. I love it. Final Cut does this so seamlessly. So just go through each clip and make sure that it's lined up.
But surely no more shocking.
There's no lag. There's no
Creative
out of sync things happening. You look at the piano hands or the drummer hands, and you can tell if it's lined up or not. This track was unbelievable tonight. And then I go to the beginning of audio. I select the blade, which is B. And then it doesn't want to, it's too close of a margin. So I'm going to go here, and I think N for some reason is the nudge or select. I don't know if my face is in this or not. I think it's N. Yes, it's N. And I'll press Command B. and that cut that exactly in line. And then I'll grab everything, copy, and then we are in Z main wigs, paste.
Loving you.
There's a hint, and then you press Option G, wide angle compound clip, wide compound. And now we go to the next series. So this is now piano, starts with 4-3-1-6, 4-3-1-6. And that's 4-3-1-6. Shit. I pressed the caps lock instead of the shift key. 4-3-1-6. I'm going to hold the shift key. Command with the audio. Multicam. Let's call this piano multicam. Everything looks good. Welcome to my office, everyone. This is what I'm doing with mixing the audio archive and then taking all 4 cameras in the archive and turning it into this. Now we have piano multicam. Ooh. Did I miss a track? 4-3-1-7. 4-3-1-6 is how long? 15 minutes. What? What if I drag it in? It says it's... Did I not record the first few songs? Duration. 4-3-1-6. It's because I had that selected? What? This is all fucking gobbledygook. So, see how on 4-3-1-6 I had this range selected. And so it only made the multicam clip there. What a strange anomaly. There's a bunch of fucked up shit going on right now. So I'm going to press Command Z a bunch of times. And there's no piano multicam created. And now the yellow box around 4-3-1-6 is fully encompassed. That's the last piano shot, 4-3-1-6. And the good audio that I just mixed. Piano multi. I swear, this job of like camera editing and audio editing is just saying, wait, why did this program do that? How do I fix the thing that it fucked up?
My love so young, so new, and time after time, I tell myself.
That's lined up.
Takes a lot of
It's great.
one more through.
God, this is a really good concert. And so I'm going to press B and hover here and press Command B. That's split that correctly. Shift, go back to A. Select all of these as the piano. And I'm going to hover up here. That's the start. Command V and Command C, Command V, copy pastes. Everything seems great.
Oh man.
Things got delayed though.
Think about how much Ham has benefited the musician. Have no fear of that strange word.
Video. Also,
AA's grown long. They are not a. Whenever my baby walks through the door, it's cool instead of the usual game. Just missed a joke in the background.
So all of these, I'm going to press the comma button because it's comma or period to move one frame. And I feel like it's a frame off.
So we're going to get an official sponsor. Anything. Oh, whoa. And in.
I was correct. All of that's now in sync. And I'm going to press Alt Option G. Yes. Piano compound clip. So in Final Cut Pro, they say compound clip or multicam clip. Those are the things. And now we're going to go to Zoom 4413. 4413. Select this, new multicam. I'm just nerding out here with Final Cut Pro, video editing, and audio editing. Zoom multi. Let's see if it's lined up.
Record that we make. Share the stage with people where they are able to
James. I love the sound that James gets on his bass. That was barely a sip. There he is.
Come on.
All that's in sync, and so we're going to go back over to here. I'm going to zoom in, B, Command B. That's now split at the beginning of the track. Copy all of this. I didn't do that right. That goes there. This is going to be Command G, and that's Piano Compound 2. Now that's collected. Is this in? Give it a moment to bring up the waveforms. It's acting slow. There it is. That are so into that's all synchronized, and so when I selected each of those clips just now, from the right to the left, it selected each clip individually. But then when I go from left to right, it selects the entire yellow block. How strange is that? So when I press Command G there, it creates a thing that's not, I've run into problems with that before, but if I select the whole thing, Command Option G, I'm going to call that Zoom Compound. Zoom will be forever changed by the pandemic. The word Zoom. Deep thoughts. And now we have the drum angle starting with 4452, and that's the last camera angle. And then we select the audio, new multicam, drum multi. This is so much fun, right? But when you do this work right after a show and it's done, you wake up in the morning, you're like, hey, what was my favorite moment of this show? You get to go into the 4 clips, cut it, make an Instagram project up here. I'm just going to do that right now. Go to drum multi.
Joseph. Certainly not like a romance, it's foolish to start, cause that old feel to a guy that burns a little black.
It's all in sync. Oh, I gotta come over here first. Zoom in. Command B. And so now this clip and all the rest are gonna start where the audio clip starts. God, this must be boring. I'm enjoying. Something's wrong. Why is that happening?
When the subject material is talking about the passing year.
I'm gonna press the comma button. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm just going to create a compound clip. Drum compound. I put an L in there. And I'm going to go to the very beginning, take out a few frames, and press the comma button twice. That sounded like how off that was.
In the evening.
That's not right.
When
What if I go back, period button twice? So now we have to inspect. I thought I was beyond this now. So I find a waveform that's very similar. You guys can see that. I'm going to zoom in. I mean, this seems close. 1 or 2 frames off.
obscuring mystic tones, a word lost in translation state.
So one thing I've learned in this whole process is that audio fidelity and synchronization is so much more visible and experienceable by people, and video has a lot of wiggle room. Visual manipulation is so much more free, where audio, you have to be really spot on with it.
And youth goes to the world's heart breaks beneath its wars. All things are changed.
And support this amazing. So you guys
Let's look
are
at my
for
dumb
a treat
ass.
tonight. If you're just tuning in,
I need to.
this concert will be
I need to
archived
lose
just
some
like
weight.
every other show
Look
on
at
the
that
YouTube
fucking
channel
belly.
Right after this, it's really a pleasure to be able to bring music to you at home.
The pandemic has
on your
been
phone
good
and on your
for
big
my
screen, and nice speakers and
BMI.
all the beautiful ways to consume this amazing music.
Right.
That audio mix is pretty good. I usually don't do that good of a job.
David Mescatique on the piano.
But we have a lot.
I went out at night alone. The young blood flowing beyond the sea seemed to have drenched my spirit's wings. I bore my sorrow heavily, but when I lifted up my head from shadows breaking on the snow, I saw Orion in the east burn steadily as long ago.
I like Cinestyle.
From windows in my father's house,
That's a heavy line.
dreaming my dreams on winter nights,
In the windows.
I watched Orion as a boy
This is an interesting lyric.
above another city's light. Years ago, dreams ago,
I'm gonna
and you
post
go.
the link to this show. This is a great show.
The world's
So
heart
I think I need to lower the
breaks
brightness
beneath
on
its
this camera a
wars. All things are
Or if that's the case, let's
changed,
do that on
save in the east,
the. God, this
the
track is
fateful beauty of the stars. All things are changed. All things are changed, save in the east, the fateful beauty of the stars. So come climb the skies with me. Come here and come to see. Melody in perfect symmetry, in love, in light, in love, in light, in love,
guitar.
in light, in love,
Great dynamics between the band.
in light,
Mix. Sounds
in
I look forward to doing another mix of the audio, and you know what? I'm gonna make some Instagram. Shit. Command 0 resets the workspace. I hope it does, and then you just put this back. I'm gonna say duplicate project as Instagram _ Christian clips, and we're gonna definitely put a marker on that song. Double click into that.
Captain broke
Dun, dun.
a line
That track.
at sea.
What if I make it fully waveforms? That's better.
Up and free.
That last be the Instagram TV that we've never done. I think it's Alt M. Yes, marker 1. And I have a big video session in Smithville for Hannibal Lacumbe tomorrow. Let's hope I find some time in the evening to make this and 2 other sessions into Instagram things that my friend's helping me post to Instagram to try to grow amongst so many things going on. This is crazy. I'm going to sleep on the couch up here and get up at 7 and do my Friday in Smithville. And this is going to be fun. I hope you guys have a great night. This has been 1 hour and 28 minutes of live streaming audio and visual stuff. Bitcoin is now not moving that much. But look at this curve. Holy shit. Let's go to the 1 hour block. And let's see, if you had put in $100, then the speculation and volatility in this is just unbelievable. These are notes I made at certain points when I was really interested in it. But I bought some at about like $400 when it was here, and then $300 here and $300 here, somewhere in here between 9 and 10. So I had like $1,000 in here, and now it's like $2,600 or something. Bitcoin is a very foolproof technology, and I don't think it's bullshit. You guys should get invested. This is financial advice. No, this is not financial advice. Have a great night, everybody.